Shalom. Shalom, shalom. All right. First and foremost, that they want me to do. Oh, Shem Yahweh, Shem Yahweh, Rakate Yahweh, Rakate Yahweh, Rakate Yahweh, Rakate Yahweh, Rakate Yahweh, Rakate Yahweh. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, our people that push the truth in love and sincerity and charity. Okay, with all humility. Okay, this is GMS Mamas Andres. All right, we back here. Another edifying lesson to the power and spirit of Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so yeah, man, God will be. We hope that these lessons, like I said, be edifying unto you. Okay, so we want to say Salakia. Okay, so it's not being out on the highways. Due to the inclement weather. All right, we are unable to be out there. Okay, but nonetheless, okay, we are two prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We are bringing the message. Okay, because prophet, what a prophet is, an angel of the Lord, also a messenger. So we give you thus says Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, as it is written. Okay, when you hear, or when you forbear. Okay, and as the act go and the Nassau can say, we don't care. Okay, when you forbear. Okay, we can do this with. Okay, as the scriptures say, instant in season and out season. Okay, we can teach and preach and prophesy. Okay, as the topic is one of the topics, prophesying until the end. Okay, yeah, man, Shalom on the comment board. The one, Shalom. Shalom to the Akim, the Akwakim. All right, Shalom. Okay, yeah, man, the voice of the Shah as we hope.
Okay, let's put our name to this lesson in response to a video of a so-called preacher, you know, he stated, okay, this is the statement he made.
Comes from reading the scripture. So I guess this guy never heard of reincarnation. Of course he hasn't, because he is.
Yeah, God, not the brother with the brother's posing.
Right. Called himself a prophet, run away.
Okay.
Because God has no more prophets.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So my lesson is in response to that particular video. Okay. This message is in response to the statement by a so-called preacher. If anyone run up on anyone who calls himself a prophet, run away. Okay? So you run away from the man of God. Right? Proverbs chapter 28, verse 1. Proverbs chapter 28, verse 1.
Proverbs 28, 1. The wicked flee when no man pursue it, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
The righteous are bold as a lion. The wicked flee when no man pursue it, but the righteous are bold as a lion. Okay? So why run? Okay? You run upon a prophet and you run, okay? And you will tell your congregation to run from a man of God. You suppose the righteous are bold as a lion. So you're, okay? You're like anti-Mashiach. You're against the word of God because he said the righteous are bold as a lion. But you saying them to you, okay? Instilling in them to run, all right? So your doctrine is against Mashiach. Surely the wicked, okay, will run in order to hide, okay, wicked and evil deeds. Okay, they flee from the truth, from righteousness, okay, because they cannot handle the truth. All right, there's no truth in them. Okay, so they flee. All right, give me Deuteronomy 18. Deuteronomy 18.
This is Deuteronomy 18 and 15. Okay. Yahweh thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him he shall hearken.
Unto him he shall hearken. The word hearken was to hear. To him you should hear. But you run. Okay? You telling your congregation to run. Okay? The scripture stated, the Lord thy God shall raise up prophets. Okay? Like unto thee. Okay?
Of their brethren, right?
From off thy brethren. From off thy brethren. Okay? Okay? So you talking about a man, okay, who is like yourself. You're talking like an Israelite, okay? Not Esau, Edom, or Moab. You're talking about your brother. And okay, and so you want to run from your brother? You want to run from your brother?
I'll make the point to back up what you're saying right now. Off the scripture say off thy brethren, right?
Yes.
I get a quick scripture. I know we got this one in the line. It's the second half, this one 39.
Go ahead. Bring it.
It says, and now, brother, we start with 38. And now, brother, behold the glory and see the people that come from the east, under whom will I give for leaders? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Hosea, Amos, and Micah, Joel, Obadiah, and Jonas, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, which is Saul also an angel of the Lord. And an angel simply means messenger of thy brethren.
Of thy brethren. Okay.
Israelites.
But your reaction is to run from God. Okay? You teach your people to run. Okay? And what happens? The Amos 3 and 7.
Amos chapter 3, verse 7. And it reads,
Psalm 15.
surely thy power, Yahweh, will do nothing, but reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
So, okay, Yahweh will do nothing but reveal his secret to his servants, the prophet. The secret of the Most High God is revealed, is given to the prophet. So how you going to know, okay, what prophecy or what is to take place, okay? How you going to teach your congregation on, because you are not a man of God, all right? You are not, you are so-called preachers, okay, have this doctrine of Esau, Edom, of the devil. See, you listen to the devil with these Christian so-called island house preaching and whatnot, all right? It's teaching you false doctrine, okay? Now you causing you scattering the sheep. You telling the sheep to run away from the prophet, okay? To not hearken unto the voice of God.
And I should see that Jesus.
Okay.
God, it's a lot here. Right? So that is to show how ignorant these pastors are. And they truly don't believe in the one true power. Okay, because if he's saying, like, if any man calls himself a prophet, you should run from him. Okay, the Lord raised up prophets, okay, to go and prophesy, okay, to his people. And that never changed. You see, that never changed. Okay, the brother, the elder Manatazar did a video on it, okay, going into that. Okay, but you have these pastors today, okay, telling you otherwise. Okay, prophets simply made a messenger of the Lord. So who's the messenger from the Lord?
They want the reverend thing.
You see?
Yes, be.
They say the Lord thy God made prophet, not reverend. Okay. Okay. John 15. Yeah.
Okay, this is John 15 and 15. Henceforth, I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father have I made known unto you.
Okay, so he made known unto us. Okay, he don't call it us, right? But he called us friend because see, all things that is of the Father, he made known unto us. All right. So we made all of his prophecy, all that is to be fulfilled, all that the Most High has in mind to do or plan to do. Okay, he revealed to us. Okay, because we are his friend. All right, and we are servants of the Most High God, but he calls us friends. Okay, because his secret is revealed to us.
Revealed unto his servants, the prophets.
John chapter 10, verse 25, and it reads, Yahushua answered them, I told you, and ye believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me.
10. Okay.
To show, because in that video, Pastor Porkchop say John, the Revelation was the last prophet.
Okay, 10 and 20. Okay, 10 and 27. Okay, I'm reading 25.
Okay. John 10 and 25. Yahushua answered them, I told you, and ye believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. My sheep hear my voice.
My sheep hear my voice. Okay? My sheep hear my voice. All right, go ahead.
And I know them, and they follow me.
I know them and they follow me. Okay? So you don't hear the voice of the Most High because you don't hear the voice of the prophet because you run from the voice of the prophet. Okay? The prophet is the voice of the Most High. Okay? His hand, he extended his hands to us daily. Okay? We are his hands that are being extended. But you run from the hands or from the voice of the prophet, okay? Of the man of God. Okay?
And the Most High hand being extended, that's mercy.
That's mercy.
To the prophets.
Okay? So why you run? You run your opinion, okay, of the prophet is no longer exist. You run because your opinion of the prophet your using prophet no longer exists. Okay? And the prophet of the old are here today. Okay? The prophets of old are here today as Ezra, as John, as Job. They are here today in another spirit. Okay? So give me Job 10 and 21. Okay. Elijah was here as John the Baptist.
The book of Job, chapter 10, verse 21, and it reads, Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death.
Okay, 22. Okay. So Job said he will return, he returned. So he's in here in this land of darkness. He's talking about Babylon. Okay. This is the land of the valley of the shadow of death. All right. Right.
A land of darkness, as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness.
Okay, so Job is returning to this dark place, to this valley of the shadow of death. All right, he is here in another spirit. Okay, but he is here among us. All right, but your opinion is to run. All right, go ahead. Zechariah 1 and 5. 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 Okay, so maybe you think that people only need to be saved during the Bible days. Okay, people only need to be saved during the Bible days. Where's go and
Zechariah chapter 1 verse 5.
mm-hmm.
Your fathers, where are they? And the prophets, do they live forever?
The fathers, where are they? And the prophets, do they live forever? Of course they live forever because of reincarnation, which you know about. Okay, the spirit of the prophet, the spirit of Elijah, okay, was in John the Baptist, was in Alma Bivens. So these prophets live forever. Okay.
The scripture say, man, the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
Yes, right.
So if you was a prophet in your past life, you will be a prophet also today.
Mm-hmm.
The scripture tell you, Daniel 12 chapter, Daniel stand and not at the end of days. You understand? So Daniel is back here today through the process of reincarnation.
Okay, so you believe that the prophet no longer exists. Okay, this is Matthew 28 and 19.
Matthew 28, 19.
Yes, and 20.
Matthew 28, 19. It says, go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world.
Go therefore and teach all nations. Okay, and he said, go and I am with you always, even until the end of the world. Okay, this year is at the end of the world. We are at the end of the world. We're not in this eastern hemisphere. We was the prophet of old was. This is the end of the world, and we are in the last days. He says, so go ye there and teach all nations, even until the end of the world. Say, lo, I am with you always, even until the end of the world. Okay, so what are you saying, telling people that when you see a prophet, run? Or someone identify themselves as a prophet, run?
People need to run from you.
You okay? You the one that need to run. You exactly. Okay.
A bunch of lies.
Why would you say that okay, we be here until the end? If he says we will be here preaching and prophesying until the end of the world, this is at the end of the world. Okay? So the prophets that were here before in the Bible days are here today.
Right?
Okay?
We still in Bible days.
Okay? Because even in Daniel said that he told Daniel go until the end. Okay? Give me Hebrews and 13 and 8. Matter of fact,
What is brother?
Hebrews 13 and 8.
Hebrews
13 and 8.
Get it, brother?
Yahushua Mashiach, the same yesterday and today and forever.
Okay, so the Yahushua Mashiach is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Okay? So, and his words stand. Okay? He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Okay, so these prophets who are teaching this word are the same yesterday, today, and forever. Okay? At the end of time. All right? Give me, go ahead.
This is verse 9. Be not carried about with divers and strange doctrines, for it is a good thing that the heart is established with grace, not with meats, which have not profited them that have been occupied therein.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 6. It says, For I am the Lord Yahweh Shai, change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
See, the Most High said, I am the Lord thy God, I change not. Okay? So why would you run from the mount of God? Okay? When the same prophets that were of old, during the days of Noah, okay, during the days of Moses, during the days of Abraham, the Most High hasn't changed. Okay, his word hasn't changed. He said, I the Lord thy God, I change not. So what he was back in the old days in the Bible days, the message, the commandments that he was given, that he gave to the prophets to teach in the olden days, there ain't no changes. There's no change in his law, in his way. He changed not. So why did the prophets could be changed to what? The reverend or pope or us? The Lord don't change. He didn't change nothing. Or but you change it.
Right.
Okay? But Esau's doctrine changed everything. Okay? Okay? And Matthew 23 and 9. You think Matthew 23 and 9. The Most High called, he gave us his word to prophets. Okay? His messengers. They are his servants. Okay? If you go back to Deuteronomy, the Lord God shall raise up unto thee. Prophet Deuteronomy 18 and 15. Okay? From the midst of thee. Okay? Of thy brethren, like unto me. Okay? Unto him he shall hearken, unto him he shall listen. But what you say? What you want to change the name to? You call him who? Father? Pope? Okay? Bishop? Go ahead. Bring the rest. Matthew 23.
Yes. Matthew chapter 23, verse 9. And it reads, and call no man your father upon the earth, okay, for one is your father, which is in heaven.
Okay? You want to run from a prophet, okay? But you want to be calling okay, a man father, okay? You want to refer to one as father, your father. And the scripture just said, call no man on earth father, right? The prophets of old are here today. Okay? They are in a different body, or in a different spirit, but they are here today. Okay? Learn Jeremiah 8 and 20.
I think back you up with that. Before you get a scripture, brother, you know, the proof what the brother just stated just now, they are here today. This is Sirach 36 and 14. It says, fill Zion with with unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. You know what I mean? Who speak is speaking of the prophets. It says, and it says, give testimony unto those thou was possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that are being in thy name. All right, and raise up prophets. All right. If you're a prophet in your past life, you'll be doing the same thing here today.
God, and then back you up with that same precept we quoted, 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
Okay? The spirit of the prophet are subjected to the prophet. Okay? The Most High is not the author of confusion. Okay? So he is writing on nothing. An author writes, see, he's not an author of confusion. Okay? The spirit of the prophet are subjected into the prophet. Okay? So that spirit is passed from generation to generation. Okay?
Yeah.
Or during the post what we call reincarnation, okay, this spirit continues in another being, like from Elijah to John the Baptist, okay, to Abel Bivens, all right. The spirit of the prophet are subject to the prophet.
And you got another precept, right? This is our 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 1. It says, follow after charity, which is love. Okay, and desire spiritual gifts, okay, and the love, which is the Most High word, which is His laws, statutes, and commandments, which in they are not grievous. Okay, so you must follow after them. Okay, and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. And this is in the New Testament. You say same. So Pastor Pop Chop, he would be judged based on what he said.
And then you look at his image. He has bald head and bald face. Okay, Pastor Pop Chop. Okay, and okay, but he said run from the prophet.
Yeah.
Okay, because why? He fear the word of God. He fear the truth. Okay, read Jeremiah 28 and 8.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and 8. It reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both of many countries and great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
So the prophets before me of old, okay, prophesied against many, okay, country, kingdoms, okay. This is why you fear the prophet. This is why you want to run to the prophet, because the prophet bringing the truth. He bringing the word and the act of God, okay. Destruction, okay, against kingdom and nation, all right. And this is what the prophet brings, the message from the Most High Himself.
Right.
So that's why you fear the prophet. That's why you run to the prophet. Okay.
The scriptures say, the scriptures say, the prophets of old, talking in, in the ancient world, the prophets back then prophesied, that those things. And who's still doing it today? The same prophets, all right, we're standing in the same lot today, because they ain't doing it.
Okay. We are the same prophet, okay? Because we are there, we look old and shabby, okay? We not the best in the top of society. We don't look well or okay.
Yes.
Correct. So you fear, so you run to the prophet because we are hard or still man. Okay. We carry the knowledge and the truth of God. Give me Revelation 3 and 17. Revelation 3 and 17. See, the prophet are not, we are chosen. He takes the simple, okay, the low and the humble, and makes them prophet, mighty man.
This book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 17. Because thou sayest, I am rich, and increase with goods, and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched, and miserable, and poor, and blind, and naked.
Okay, so we not rich, okay? We're not rich, okay? You see, you all seek after riches. You all seek after, okay, because you all are the hirelings. You all are paid, okay? And Luke chapter 6, verse 24 says, woe unto to those who are rich, for you have received your consolation. Okay? You know.
I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire.
I counsel you to buy of me gold tried in the fire. Okay? Not gold today, because that's coming in the kingdom. Okay? So we ain't worried about being rich today or now on this world, in this kingdom. Okay? We can be humble and maybe don't have and nothing and I'm still happy. Okay?
That's the part that they don't understand. Because all the 2/3, all of their mindset is things.
Yes, okay. So our reward is to come. Okay. We ain't looking for no reward now. We ain't looking to be rich in this world. Okay? Because see that's your consolation. You have received your consolation. Woe unto you who are rich. Okay? Right. So you don't want to be associated or affiliated with prophets, okay, with the truth. Okay? So you run because you run from the truth. You don't want to be associated with the truth that is in a Mashiach. Okay? So you run from that. All right? You fear that. Read on. 18.
I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white remnant, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thy eyes with eye salve.
Okay. Yeah.
That thou mayest see.
I counsel you to buy of me gold tried in the fire. Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Prophesied in South
That thou mayest be rich, okay, and white raiment, and that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness is not appear. Okay? So don't worry about being rich, and that's why you fear the prophet. That's why you run to the prophet. Okay? See, because you know the prophet are the true man of God. But see, you've been taught by Esau, okay? You with this false doctrine that Esau Edom pushed you the slave doctrine that was pushed down on the slaves and these churches and whatnot, teaching you all lies. Okay? And that's why you want to be running. That's why you on the run. Okay? You running from the man of God, you running from the truth. Right?
Yeah.
So continue running because this ain't for you. This message ain't for you.
No.
This tune ain't for you. This tune ain't for you. So you're not one of the children. You're not one of the man of God. So that's why you running.
Right. Right. You gotta preach that. Okay. Like I say, these pocket pastors, all right, they don't want the kingdom. Okay? They don't want the kingdom. They're telling you to run from the Lord. Basically, that's what they're telling you. To run from the Lord. You see, because they will look at us today and they won't see us as no prophets. The prophets of old, how you think they look? What type of guys you think they were? You see? And keep in mind, when Yahweh chose Peter and his disciples, notice what type of guys they were. There wasn't no flecking, fringy, stinking rich fellas. There was no fellas that went to colleges.
Streets, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They were fishermen. One was a tax collector. Okay, we were men who were low stature. Okay, in society. Okay, they were men who were hated by their own people. And when you look at us today, the prophets who are on highways and byways, surely we are hated by our own people. You see? You see, for having faith in Yahweh. You see, for obeying this word. You see what I'm saying? Okay, but now here it is, you are Pastor Park, so who took a Bible? We don't take a Bible to come over and say that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's our 501c3.
He basically saying, like, you know, if you hear those guys them who preach, you know, out on the streets, you better run. That's what he said. Whether you be of GMS, IUIC, ISUPK, you know, as long as you the Hebrew Israelite preaching out on the streets, don't listen to them. Run. That's what he basically said. You see? Because when you hear about Hebrew Israelite, everybody there these pastors there get scared. You see what I'm saying? Because once you hear, oh, he's the Hebrew Israelite, or he knows the scriptures. That's the concept what they have in their hearts. You see? This is 1 Corinthians 14.
Don't even listen to them.
You see? This is 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 3. Okay? But he that prophesieth speaking unto men to edification. So we can tell you, that's saying Yahweh, we can tell you that the CHIP, okay, is the IFID microchip. We can tell you World War III is right around the corner. Okay, we can tell you that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the devil, the Bible speaks of. Okay, we can tell you a farming is internet farm is happening right now. Okay, we can tell you the Lord is coming with fire, with blood in his eyes. We can tell you these things so that you will be edified, you built up. Okay,
And I can see that he teaches, man.
right? So either prophesy, speaking unto men to edification, to exaltation, which is caused you to be lifted up in the spirit. You see, open, I can't wait for the Lord to come to bring that in judgment to deliver us. This is what the prophet is going to do. He's going to read his two, the two-thirds their rights, read the Esau, Edom, and the other nation their rights. All right, okay, and to uplift the body so that we could be all be encouraged and be in that spirit of getting the hell out of here. You see? And comfort, as the scripture says, comfort one another with these words. That's what we're going to do. You see? And as our brother did this lesson, prophesying until the end, and that's what we're going to do. Okay? Because we are the true messengers of Yahweh. Okay, we ain't skinning deep with it there. Okay, we ain't praying up, dumping it, but on top of the bottom. Okay, we ain't coming like that faggot pastor, who he name, the singing bishop, you know, finding up himself like a woman. Okay, we come and you stern like our big brother Yahushua. Because we know that he's a hard man. You tell faggot Christians that he was a hard man, then they'll tell you no. Oh, he's all loving and soft going and this and that and all that. You know? All right. Yeah, man. We can take one, two comments from the convoy. Shall we mark him? The one him on the common board. Y'all but you know time to walk down. Walk it down.
Yeah, man, this is the brother Qam Yasharahla, Colossians 2:8. It says, but lest any man swear you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Messiah.
That's the Pastor Park Church they're telling you. You know, they're trying to spoil you. Okay, they're trying to get you. Basically, they are causing you the earth to go against the Lord. You see, because they tell you, man, that them guys, they cussing out on the streets. The Lord ain't all about cussing. You see, but they can cuss. You see, if the Lord created us, right, and we cuss, you don't think the Lord gonna cuss when he get mad?
This is Qam Yasharahla again, Luke 1:17. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which are being since the world began.
Right? Which are being since the world began. And he still is doing at the day. Right? Okay, when you go to Matthew 10 and 20,
right? Spirit of your Father was speaking in you.
All right.
So we the prophesying till the end.
Yeah. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, man. A lesson with the Lord put in my spirit. You know what I mean? Beautiful lesson, but judgments in the earth, the plague of leprosy. You know, because right now there's a lot of judgment in the earth. What the Lord is bringing forth.
37.
You know, the Most High bringing a lot of judgment. Everybody ain't playing, and people still making a shit and don't want to repent and reverence Him. All right, look at the plagues and the destruction the Lord doing all over right now in Hawaii. Them fires and shit. You see people diving in the water and shit and all that shit, boy. You know what I mean? Trying to survive. All right, all of the judgment from the Lord in the earth. All right, that's the spirit of vengeance.
God.
The fire is the spirit of vengeance.
God, and then I came just to talk about that on our way up. You know, and we know according to I think it's wisdom 12:1 that the spirit of the Lord is in all things. So what was going on over there? The spirit of the Lord was in that.
That's it, brother. All right, that's the spirit of the Lord. That's the spirit of vengeance from the Lord. And we know Esau, the wicked. He might have something to maybe with that, but the Lord, it is ultimately of the Lord. All right, He's in control of everything. He's called the title of the Most High. He's called the King of Terror. And these people ain't see nothing yet. It's just the tip of the iceberg with the Lord coming for this place. All right, but since we're talking about judgment right now, let's talk about this leprosy plague. All right, is this something what they classify, what they deem as biblical? You know what I mean? That's where it comes from, the scriptures. All right, that's a plague from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, where He smite people with. Because guess what? Let me show you something. These people, the Esau's media, he supported for lives for this position of no value.
God.
Okay, these people out here, they made that covenant with death. So guess what? You got to take what comes along with it.
That's it.
All right, this is judgment from the Lord. All right. And I will show you. But before we get to, let's get a quick precept of Psalms 105 and 7. And God brother give me Isaiah 15 and 11.
Psalm 105, 7. And it reads. This is Psalm chapter 105, verse 7. He is thy power. He is the Lord, our power. His judgments are in all the earth.
Time. And we in the know can see it right now. The Lord ain't playing. And a lot of people don't know what plagues are. All right. But this one here is judgment. All right. The Most High is punishing these wicked ass people for their sins, man. All right. Read that scripture again, brother.
This is the book of Psalm chapter 105, verse 7. And it reads, He is the Lord, our power. His judgments are in all the earth.
Right. His judgments are on all the earth. All kinds of things happening is at the hand of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. Or when we don't know these things. Right. Anything what happening, anything you see, the lamb or anything is of the Lord. But all right. Okay, brother, you can read that scripture. I saw you brought it up earlier because this all these shit like this what I'm talking about now, the leprosy. This is the plague or pestilence from the Lord punishing wicked ass people. Get Jeremiah 28 again.
That's it, but
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8, and it reads, The prophet that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
That's it. You see that? Of war and of evil and of pestilence. What you think? We spoke about the Crown Royal 19 before it came, and many other things, these wars and everything. Who's going that today? All right, the true prophets of the Lord Yahweh. That's it. That's it. So we're gonna do the same thing. The prophets of old was doing the same. We doing the same. We doing the same thing the prophets of old was doing.
and think about it, the prophets of old is us.
That's it.
You see?
Right. And guess what? The prophets of old was coming in the spirit of Yahweh, which is what? The spirit of prophecy, right? So these people are just that pastor go all there talking shit.
Because they're preaching with East and Christmas and all that. They're preaching to being edified
That's it.
You see?
the Lord sheep.
That's it.
All they want to do is full their belly with flicking crab and rice and pumpkin rice and all that stuff, and stuff.
God.
But the Lord hates.
God. So yeah, man, the Most High punishing these people for their sins, man. And guess what? With this leprosy, it's a sin to look like that.
You know that?
Common leprosy. And then get a couple scriptures through history to show you it's a sin with that. That's something with the Most High smite for wickedness.
Right?
Okay? Get Isaiah 15:11, brother.
God, and the beautiful, like you say that too. That's something the Most High smite you for flicking wickedness. And who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man.
That's it.
Okay, Isaiah 4:1-4. Okay.
Isaiah 15:11.
Yeah, Malachi
1:4.
And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
So yeah, man, the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh punishing these people, you know what I mean? All over the world for their wickedness. All right? And our people too. All right? For their wickedness. That's it. Pride.
Right.
All right? Okay? The scripture said the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. That's a plague. Because guess what? In the ancient world, that was considered a plague in Leviticus, the 13th chapter. The hump that leprosy a plague.
Yeah.
And that's sent by the Lord to smite wicked people. That's judgment from the Heavenly Father. All right? Okay? And they're going to keep on coming on you wicked ass people in this time. All right? This is what the prophets is going to do. Tell you, read your rights, like the brother said earlier.
That's it.
We ain't going to hold back. We ain't going to cry loud, spare not. We can tell you what that says the Lord. Get one more scripture, brother. Get a second here, just 850, brother. Before I get this article. 850.
Book of 2 Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. And it reads, For many great miseries shall be done to them that in that latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
You see everything connected to pride or arrogancy, right? Exactly. Okay, so the scripture says many miseries, many sufferings, many afflictions come up with people over there. Many. All right, guess because why? You all made a covenant with that. See the irony hit over here yet? You see what I mean? All right. Then the Most High plan. We can go into this article briefly and read all of this to show you, all right, where the shit stem from. All right, why all these they basically call it this day's term the Hansen's disease. That's another name for leprosy disease. Yeah. Hansen's disease. But why is there being a rise in cases? Why? We're going to show you why. It says, again, this article says cases of Crown Royal 19 serpent juice. I only use that term because the algorithm picked it up. You know that? It says recipients develop leprosy are on the rise. It says leprosy, thought of being extinguished ages ago, is once again on the rise. Thanks to Sticky Vicky, which we know what that means. Right. It says at least 2 cases of the biblical. You see what they clear? At least 2 cases of the biblical chronic infectious disease are being reported in the United Kingdom. 2 cases. All right. It says researchers. This over there in the UK now. All right. This hit over there in Babylon, I think last week, right?
Yes.
That's it. It says researchers examine records at the leprosy clinic at the Hospital for Tropical Diseases in London, discovering that 52 people went to the clinic for leprosy in 2021, and 49 of them, or about 95% had gotten, you know what, for the flu.
Wow.
It says, definitely speaking for the purposes of this investigation, the researchers only looked at leprosy reaction that occurred within 12 weeks of getting injected from that thing. You see that shit? It says, and the people who had no previous history of leprosy or leprosy reaction. You see that? It says, just 2 people out of the pool of 52 met the case definition are described above. It says 1 developed borderline tuberculosis leprosy within 1 week after 2nd dose of the I ain't say all the rest. Crown Royal, you know what I mean. While the other developed reaction 56 days after a dose. So these people, this person never really had that. So what's causing that? You can tell me what's causing that? What causing that shit? All right, it says what? Huh?
Synthetic sheets.
Right. Right.
Locking, brother, from receiving this juice, right? And you look at it. These are the setup where you can get just about any disease.
Right.
Once they put it out there,
right. I'm gonna explain why right now. I'm gonna get down to that. Why it's like that. I'm gonna get down to that.
Because the immune system has been
compromised.
Right.
And I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna get down to that because guess what? These people don't know the damage they did to their body. See, because when you destroy your basically your T cells, your whole body compromised. You susceptible to any disease. You can't nothing in your body. Your body can't fight nothing. Your body can't fight off nothing no more because you destroy what the Lord put there. The healthy fight of the shit. But then in turn put something synthetic in your body. All right. But it says both patients receive the PF. You know what I want? The first one. What they call the visa. The concoction and an experimental drug product that company claims is safe and effective. But what we know is harming millions of people around the world. The development of BT leprosy and a type 1 reaction in another individual after a dose of that may be associated with the B-mediated T cell responses. The T cell response is going into your T cell. All right, because these people who took that serpent's juice developing leprosy on the rise, right? Now, Esau is a cordial lies and tradition on the value. He's saying people, all right, don't get leprosy from juice. Because I read the article this morning saying, because Esau see everything and posted on the media, he say, no, that ain't come, you don't get that from that. But we know Esau talking shit. All right. These people destroy something vital in their body and leave them defenseless. All right. So now they suffering for their sins. All right. Many over there in the UK, but they ain't started over here yet. All right. He ain't started over here yet. Okay. But I want to bring up this point, right? It says, what's the point of getting that shot for Qam 19 again? It says, what we know that is that the injections provoke a response from the white blood cells, also known as the T cells. These are the cells that are widely believed to function as the body, the natural defense to the flu. It says, theoretically, these same T cells can trigger a mycobacterium leprae, a bacteria type known to cause leprosy. You see that shit?
Yeah.
You see that shit? It says T cells can trigger mycobacterium leprae, a bacteria type known to cause leprosy. All right. So watch this, right? I looked up some more information, right? Can those serpent juice cause leprosy, right? So I look up. It says a Crown Royal 19 V on leprosy, a UK hospital-based retrospective cohort study. It says individuals, watch this, right? It says individuals, this over there in the UK, right? It says individuals with leprosy are at risk of leprosy reactions. T cell mediated immunological complications, right? Now, immunological is basically relating to the structure and function of the immune system. It says that part of the body that fights off viruses, fungi, and other infections. All right, complication means problem. So those people who took that shit having problems right now.
Yeah.
All right, they having problems.
Serious problem.
Serious problems. All right, they destroy their natural, we call it immunity.
Immunity, right?
Okay, it says T cell mediated immunological complications. Complications mean trouble. Okay, which lead to nerve function impairment. It says leprosy reactions require systemic immunosuppression. It says so immunosuppression is basically like a state of temporary or permanent dysfunction of the immune response. And insults to the immune system are leading to increased susceptibility to disease. All right. So the main thing is that these people are compromised. They mess up their T cells. So now, right now, those that's concoction what they put in their body fuck them up.
That's it.
Right. So that's why you see all these high cases of this on the rise. Right. But another thing I want to point out, right? It says the V's, the serpent juice for SARS may provoke a T cell response. It says the latter poses a theoretical risk of provoking an immunological response to latent the same word again, bacterium leprae infection, leading to clinical disease or endorsed with clinical. It says leading to clinical disease or endorsed with clinical disease triggering a leprosy reaction. So basically, it all stems back to T cells.
Done.
All right, what you destroy in your body.
Done. What's going back to the V?
Exactly. All this goes back to the V.
That's it.
You understand?
See, because when they take that out of ignorance, out of being foolish, okay, not knowing why they're taking it, because they're just taking it because of family and friends and parents, right?
And job.
And job, right? And one travel. Right. Now, that is only just that one was causing these, reaction. There was another one, was a different type of those bees what the serpent gave these people was causing that also. It ain't just that, but triggering all this shit. All right. But guess what? At the end of the day, these people made a covenant with that. So that's why they suffering for their sins. Exactly. You see, I read a post on Twitter. Okay, they had a list. Okay, of the doctors them. All right, who agreed to push this thing out. Right, so that they will get so much amount of money at the end of the year.
Or I may send that to the group. I may send that to the group. Yeah, when they getting paid, yeah, man. Right. But I'm gonna show you that this thing right here is a sin that look like that. That's just a plague for the Lord. But the Lord smite people because of wickedness. But we can show you through the scriptures. Right, brother.
It's a lot here, right? Okay, as you mentioned a little earlier. Okay, they are because they want to live the way how they want to live. Okay, and they want to save their own lives.
That's it.
Right? Okay, now they're going through all this hell because of your wickedness. Okay, the Most High smite you with this thing because of your wickedness.
Scripture say he was trying to save his life to lose it. He was trying to save his life.
Okay, and guess what? This is the thing that the Most High brought upon them because this is what they really want. All right, this is Isaiah 66:4. I will also choose their delusions. Now, when you go to the word delusions, it goes back to their wants. You see? So I will choose their wants. Because guess what? If they want to travel,
They fall into the word.
okay, and they want to go to keep their job, and they want to keep mommy and daddy happy, okay, and I will bring their fears upon them. When SARS came, they're dropping out like crazy. Michael dies, okay. Now everybody's looking scared to take the second or third or fourth shot. You see? Because when they call, meaning us be out there on the highways and byways, they can tell you what time it is. Okay? None they answer. Okay, they laugh at us, they scoff. Alright? And when they speak, they did not hear. One of them guys, they crazy man, you know what they say? But they did evil before my eyes and choose that which I delight not. Okay, the Most High ain't delighting abomination because why? When you go and take that thing, you defile your body. Okay, and when you reject hearing the laws, you are an abomination. You see what I'm saying? So the Most High choose the delusion for them. Now they've been dropping out like crazy. Okay, they have married guys getting high heart attack. Now they have the monkey flocks for them LGBT people. Now you see what's coming now. Leprosy.
And then Moses 4:6 said, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Okay, because you don't have the knowledge of who you're dealing with. You don't have the knowledge of who is the enemy, of who is Satan. Okay, Satan switch up with you and paying you and giving you $1,000 and money and you taking all that and escape and all that. All these things, okay, Satan giving to you and you know, couple of dollars will start off because his boys is talking and butter. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And you were taking you taking like Eve, okay? Take the apples. Okay? This is just another scenario of you taking the apple, you taking Satan advice, you listening to Satan. Okay?
Taking the fruit of the devil.
You taking the fruit.
Right. So let me go. Let's read back in this article. You know, I just want to show you. You know, it all goes back to T cells, right? Because it says Michael. It's saying the same thing. Mycobacterium nephritis, a bacterial type known to cause leprosy, and it says based on this and the fact that almost everyone who has been admitted to a hospital in the UK for leprosy was previously taken jump shot. The infections are highly suspect, to say the least.
Oh,
all right. So guess what? That coming here too,
you know that?
That coming here too. So your immune system is being compromised. So you got to prepare. You made a covenant with that. You got to prepare for what else comes with that.
You gotta come because the seed here.
Right. And Jake over here, they thinking because he not happening to them, that it ain't not gonna happen. You see?
It's gonna come.
He ain't going.
They got an unbiological sheep inside of them. It wasn't made to be in their body.
That's it.
Made to produce anything. but it's there. And so if it's not biological, then you know what it is, right? It's techno. It's technology. So they can put to it whatever they want, take from it whatever they want, because it's controlled by the devil. It's in you. They read you. They can control you. They can do whatever. So you know, for those who fell these devices, like, too bad for them.
And this devil was saying for about reducing the world population. Okay.
They telling you everything they face.
And he telling you this, and then still you go and take it.
Yeah.
Okay. The jump shot.
Yeah. Right.
So then someone said that's one. Oh, Bill Russell said that's one shot he will block.
Right. So
Very in there.
yeah. So in this article it says at least 2 cases of biblical chronic infectious disease, right? All right, now let's go into the scriptures to show you that in the scriptures. All right, through the spirit power of Yahweh Qam Yasharahla, to show you this is a plague from the Lord.
Before you read scripture, but if you see how many viruses of already came from,
Exactly.
They don't give you AIDS. They don't give you, we've been telling you these things, all type of different viruses. So it tells you that they threaten the viruses.
That's it.
You know what I mean? They put it in the air whenever you inhale or contract automatically. So you have that certain synthetic and biological, whichever type you got in your leg or wherever it is, you got what they're pushing out there.
That's it.
You know?
That's it. Whatever they spray in there, you get it. Susceptible to any disease. You vulnerable. That's all. You vulnerable.
Exactly.
That's all. When your
It's
T cells,
themselves.
when your T cells destroy, you're vulnerable.
Got it.
All right. Get you start verse 1 and bring verse 3 to show you this is a plague.
This is Leviticus chapter 13 and verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying,
This is in the law.
in the law, God, when a man shall have in the skin of his flesh a rising, a scab or a bright spot,
Or what they will say, lesions in this time.
and it be in the skin of his flesh, like the plague of leprosy.
The plague of a leprosy. So leprosy is a plague, right? That's a plague from the Lord.
God.
Right?
Then he shall bring and then he shall brought unto Aaron the priest, and unto one of his sons the priest. And the priest shall look on the plague in the skin of the flesh, and when the hair in the plague is turned white, and the plague in sight be deeper than the skin of his flesh, it is a plague of leprosy, and the priest shall look on him and pronounce him unclean.
Pronounce him unclean. So if you get that, you unclean. All right? And in ancient way, you have to get put up the camp 7 days.
God, you have to be separate, but
Okay? That's a plague from the Heavenly Father. To look like that, that's a sin.
God,
All right? Okay? The man of sin, Esau. All right? He was stripped of his pigment.
God.
Okay, brother, let's go into mystery, right? Let's get an example, right? To show you that the Lord Yahweh Qam Yasharahla, he smite people with these kind of things with wickedness. All right, so let's go into mystery, right? Let's get 2 Chronicles 16. 2 Chronicles 26 and 16.
So this is the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 26 and verse 16. But when he was strong,
Salaki, right? And this is going in the history of Uzziah the king.
Right.
How, when he basically he started to get proud, and exalted, and when what he had, his army and everything, right. The wickedness, what he wanted to do, he wanted to go in the temple and burn incense, which that was in his part to do as the priest. Right? Right. He was proud. This what pride does. Because of these people's pride and arrogancy, that's what the Lord is going to do. And he was a righteous king. He was an all right king, but he started to get proud. Pride has been one of the power from his makeup. He started to get proud. He was doing what he was right before the Lord, but when he started exalting pride after a while.
Right, go before destruction.
Right. Read verse 16, brother.
But when he was strong, his heart was lifted up to his destruction. For he transgressed against the Lord, his power, and went into the temple of the Lord to burn incense upon the altar of incense.
Now he was a king. That wasn't his God. That was for the priests to go in there and burn incense, right? But watch you see the priest get down on him for doing that shit, right? And watch was his reaction to read on.
And Azariah, the priest, went in after him, and with him 80 priests of the Lord that were valiant men.
Yeah.
And they withstood Uzziah, the king, and said unto him, it appertaineth not unto thee, Uzziah, to burn incense unto the Lord, but to the priests, the son of Aaron, that are consecrated to burn incense. Go out of the sanctuary, for thou hast trespassed, neither shall it be for thine honor from the Lord power.
Right. So they basically tell him, this ain't for you to do. What you doing here? They tell him, basically tell him, like, get your ass over here. Because they say, go out from the sanctuary. They will tell him, like, get your ass over here. All right. So what you see, watch what there are. Watch his reaction when the priest them told him that, right? You know what?
Then Uzziah was wroth.
He was mad. Watch this.
And had a censer in his hand to burn incense. And while he was wroth with the priest, the leprosy even rose up in his forehead before the priest in the house of the Lord, from beside the incense altar.
Right. It says the leprosy even rose up. The leprosy even rose up in his forehead before the priest in the house of the Lord. Now, who did that to him? The Most High Yahweh. But we let the scriptures talk who did that to him, because at the end of the day, he wasn't supposed to be, and he started to get proud and he wanted to burn incense. That was in his law, to do. He was prideful. He started to become prideful, right? Right? Read on.
And Azariah, the chief priest, and all the priests look upon him, and behold, he was leprous in his forehead, and they thrust him out from thence.
They throw him out the temple. They trust him out. But you can't be in there. There's a sin that look like that. You can't be around. You can't be in the temple with that.
You know, but you unclean, brother.
You unclean for 7 days.
You know, that they are about here. We're trying to defile the Lord temple.
That's it. Read on, brother.
Yea, himself hasted also to go out, because the Lord had smitten him.
Right. So he hasted. He know that. He know. There's a sin that left like that. Why do you think he hasted? You don't understand? Why do you think he hasted? Because he knows a sin that left like that. He know he was unclean. All right. It says because the Lord has smitten him. So the Lord smiting these people with these plagues.
Son.
The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, he's the king of terror. Or all these other people who made a covenant for death, y'all like accept whatever comes out after. All right, because there be plenty more plays coming. Anything but Esau push on that, y'all can guess. Y'all susceptible to English because it destroys something who was natural in your body. So that's it. That's it. All right, read on, brother.
And Uzziah the king was a leper unto the day of his death, and built in a several house, being a leper, for he was cut off from the house of the Lord. And Jonathan his son was over the king's house, judging the people of the land.
So he was, Mosai had him in that position till he died. That's how cold the Mosai is. I give you the power to be a king, you start to be proud and go burning incense in the temple. You crazy? You think the Mosai's play? Yeah. Mosai don't play. All right?
Right, before the fall.
I said he was prideful. All right? He was prideful. Okay? I'm going to show you something, right? Right. Right. Let me show you. Hey, brother, you can jump up the verse 26. The point is, jump up the verse 3. Right. The point is from verse 4 to show you that he was right before. He was okay. He was right before the Lord. He started off good, but it's latter and he started to get proud.
Okay. Verse 3. 16 years old was Uzziah when he began to reign, and he reigned 52 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name also was Jehola. Jecoliah of Jerusalem, and he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his father Amaziah did.
Right. So he did that was right. He started off good, all right, but he had got lifted up. He was proud, and then he transgressed.
Mhm.
That's these people who say their pride is going to cost them. Their pride has cost them. All right.
God.
Let's get another example, right? Because it's a sin that's a plague from the Lord, that leprosy. Let's get another example. Let's go into the Qam with Miriam, right? You all know this one, like, let's look at Numbers 12 chapter, bro.
God. This is Numbers 12. And take a look at
So you get the point of it, right? So jump voice one.
okay.
Read right
All right. This is Numbers 12 and 1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. And they said, had Yahweh indeed spoken only by Moses? Had he not spoken also by us? And Yahweh heard it.
They believe only the Lord that gave talk to Moses.
Yeah,
They wonder why the Lord, to talk to us.
God.
Right?
This with Moses and not Moses.
Aaron and Miriam. Right.
And when a woman didn't have so much to say,
right,
shut your mouth.
Right. And to show you also the Most High get short temple when it comes to these women. Heavenly Father.
God. But 3. Now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they 3 came out. Right? Verse 5. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all my house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses.
Moses tell him, say, all right, so you all ain't afraid to speak against, you all ain't afraid to speak against my servant Moses. Let's see what the Heavenly Father's going to do.
God. But the Most High can get mad.
God.
Let's
see who can get judged first.
All right, God. Verse 9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them.
Right, the anger of the Lord was kindled against them. All right, because all plagues and diseases come off the Lord. All right, let's see what the Lord is going to do.
God, verse 10. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous.
She was leprous. She was unclean. The Most High smite her with that plague.
God.
All right, she was leprous. All right, she was like one that is dead.
God.
What you gonna see?
Like,
and the cloud departed from the top.
Right, speaking of the chariot. That's it.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 11. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not this sin upon us.
Lay not the sin upon us. Is the sin to look like that? That's why Esau's called a man of sin, because he's leprous.
Leprous, exactly.
Esau's the man of sin.
And also because he gave wickedness.
Yes, he's very right.
That's
it. Read on, brother. That's it, brother.
Well be Salah. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee. Numbers 12 and 11. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
Because of these people's sins. All right, that's why they suffering.
And the people have they done foolishly,
Right.
by taking it
Because of these sins. All right.
It says, let us not be as one dead, whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb.
So to be like that, you dead. You look dead. To be like that, you dead. All right. Then in my words, this is what the scripture said. Let us not be as one dead. All right. That's what the Lord did to Miriam. So leprosy is a plague.
That
is a sin to look like that.
Right.
All right. All right. But that's how the law. That's what the education, right? All right. Let's switch. The pastor.
God. Right. And the nigga woman, she wants to look just like that.
Right. Right. That thing in your hair, that's gold shit. That's leprosy.
Yeah.
All right, that gold in your hair, that's leprosy. That's a plague. Okay, that's a plague. But basically, Miriam had to get shut out of the camp for 7 days. Okay, because of her wickedness.
Right.
All right, she want to be in charge.
All
right. You understand? You see how the Most High judge. The Most High judge her before he judge Aaron. All right.
And the last story, and for you women them too. Okay, then show the Lord, if he can deal with you,
Right.
just for you speaking against it.
A prophet,
but
that's it.
Verse 13, number 12 and 13, and Moses cried unto Yahweh, saying, Heal her now, O power, I beseech thee.
Why you telling the Lord heal her? Because he know the Lord put that one up.
Exactly.
The Lord smite her.
God.
Why you just asking the Lord to heal? Because he know the Lord smite her. The Most High, he kill, I make a lie by one I heal. You don't want to be 32 and 39. He smite her with that disease.
Right.
Yeah.
Verse 14, and the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had put spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days, and after that, let her be received in again.
So in the ancient world, if you become leprous and you have to get shut out of the camp, you unclean. That's a plague from the Lord. Right? Hey brother, you could get Sirach 16, that's a second Ezra 16 and 37. And you can end off with that. Because all these people out here, they made a covenant with them. You know what I mean? Because of their sins, they're gonna suffer. You destroy your T cells, so now you gotta pay because of your sins and your pride, you're suffering.
That's this. This is one of second Ezra 16, when we said it there. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack.
What draw nigh?
The plagues draw nigh.
So what leprosy is?
Plague.
A plague. They draw nigh and not slack.
And are not slack.
That's it. Read on.
As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pain compass her womb, which pain when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
Read on.
Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
That's it, brother. The world mourning. Guess what? They wondered why all this rise and everything now. So the Most High ain't playing. This plague you and I, they slack, they coming. They coming because the wickedness of these people, we punish them in the world for their evil. All right? So at the end of the day, you hear it from the true prophets of the Lord warning you and telling you, you made a covenant with that, now you gotta accept what comes after it. That's it. You destroy yourself now. The Most High just can send more plagues at you. Okay? The prophets, the true prophets. Okay. So if you don't repent, you can die.
Man say you right. Anybody God sent the prophet say you was right.
You know, man. Repent, Israel.
Yeah. Beautiful lesson to the power spirit of Yahweh. So as I say, repent, Yasharahla. Okay. What do you bring back? We step up common law. Repent, Yasharahla. All right. But guess what? The Lord ain't playing, but the Lord ain't playing. And y'all who been watching. Okay, y'all seeing what time it is from one plane to the next, to the next, to the next.
That's
it. Okay.
You know, it's a lot.
You know, being a slot. Okay. So you seeing what time it is.
And then little things start coming, they get more, become more frequent and more severe, more harder.
That's it. That's it. But when you do that, please have our memory. Or get things from the phone.
This is Brother Kazman Qam Yasharahla. He says, Sirach chapter 1, verse 8. I read, there is one wise and greatly to be fed, the Lord sitting up upon his throne. And okay.
All right. Done. All right, we can just jump into this other lesson. Okay, the Lord put my spirit to bring up. Okay, Lord, will it be edifying. Okay, we have an article here, right? Now, if this means the devil, okay, then I don't know who this is. Okay, now we can show you, okay, what's going on. I think that it's a couple of days ago. Okay, right? All right. So, you just can read ahead of the article, then we can just go on to research.
This is the article, Blaze Media. I shot the bitch dead. A 6-year-old. What's a lot? It says, article. It says, Blaze Media. I shot the bitch dead. A 6-year-old student allegedly bragged about gunning down his first grade teacher.
God, you see that? A 6-year-old. Okay, a 6-year-old bride say he gunned down his teacher. Okay, all right. Now we know that's a spirit of vengeance right there. Okay, that is the spirit of vengeance. All right, and think about it. That is a Jake. Okay, that is a Jake. What did that? He walks in cool. Exactly. Okay, but this teacher, she looked like it's like she's a white woman. Okay, based on the reports. All right, but he's saying he bragging, but he shot her. Okay, but this woman she didn't dare. Okay, she was more like a thoughtful teacher. Okay, so right now they're going back and forth, dealing with court case and all that. And they found something that how she was being a teacher and all that. So she trying to sue the school for 40 million. Okay, but how it looking? It looked like she didn't get that because of the type of teacher she was. You see? But the thing about it too, right? In this article, as the lesson go on, we can show you that this 6-year-old have a flecking record. Okay, he's known for being a bad student, a bad little group. Okay, so yeah, man, we can jump into the preset. Okay, Proverbs 29 and was 15 to 17.
This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 15. The rod and reproof give wisdom.
God, you see that? The rod and reproof give wisdom.
But a child left to himself, bringeth his mother to shame.
God, you see that? But a child left to himself, bringing his mother to shame.
That's it.
Okay, and we know that majority of children today are raised by their mothers.
Right.
Okay, and plenty mothers are being put to shame even now.
Right? They can share.
Okay, plenty.
Right?
Okay, and these women are moving raise the children by themselves. All right, you check what type of woman they is. Okay, all right. We don't.
Verse 17. Correct thy son. 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall.
You know.
Verse 17. Correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. Yea, he shall give thee light unto thy soul.
God. Okay, say correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. Okay, we see him doing garbage. See up here. Okay, correct him, show him the right way. Don't agree with him. Okay, because plenty of you parents is let your children pass through the fire of Malek. Okay, you see a child or your children doing folly, or they just being children. They're just being kids.
That's the rationale the Modi's wicked ass get generation of vipers.
That's it. You see? And as the brother Joshua said last week, okay, that you have the older women teaching the younger women how to be flicking us. Alex. You see? But in this case, this woman, okay, she left out her gun. First of all, that was the unlicensed gun or something like that. Okay, and she left it out. And the 6-year-old, him already having a record and know how to use this gun, okay, but she being negligent and leaving this thing out. Did he carry this school, man? I don't like my teacher. You know? I think I can kill her today. He says here, and that's the spirit. But on the little youth, okay, and who's to say that the viewing of children over here have the same thought in their head?
And I know the law that you mean they can't be those children, right?
No.
So you can imagine how those children they actually 100% moved over there.
You know? Okay. So the scriptures say correct them. Okay, and he shall give you rest. Because later on, you will say, oh, I thank the Lord for you. Okay? That you didn't come out to be such a rude child. Okay? All right, so we can jump into this article. Okay? And we can just dissect.
Right. It says the 6-year-old student who shot his teacher in January allegedly bragged about it afterward. Newly unsealed documents revealed that the student, a first grader in Virginia, told the staff member who subdued him after he pulled out a gun and shot his teacher, Abby Zwerner, in the hand and chest. After the student shot Zwerner, a reading specialist working at Rich Neck Elementary School in Newport News restrained the child while waiting for police to respond. The boy told the staff member, I did it, and admitted, I got my mom's gun last night.
Gun, you see that? Okay, you could get all on Proverbs 22:6 and Daniel 12:10. Okay, so this child, he had no brought up since.
Right.
Okay, none at all. Obviously, he's a little flipping devil.
Right, I think it's the rock chapter says a child left to himself will become willful.
Exactly. You see? Okay. He being trained, he did not go brought up see. Okay, he's a little flipping devil. Okay, that being brought up or trained in wickedness. Okay, because like the quoted the preacher. Okay, he left brought up without
The child left to himself become willful.
right, the child left to himself.
That's what they want to do.
You see?
Up in their own way, this term we say.
God. And guess what? You see that many single parent homes.
Right.
Okay, with these mothers. Okay.
Most of careless attitude with the kids already.
Exactly. You see, because they left to themselves. He said, man, I can do whatever I want to do. Right? I can go and get tattoo like I see one little freaking 4-year-old, he all tattoo right up. He all his face tattoo up, his hands, everything on him tattoo up. And the mother freaking saying, she proud of that.
The generate fine.
You see, you know what I mean? The wicked will do wickedly. Okay? And a child have an evil spirit on him just as such. You know read on the article, the little 6-year-old, you know, saying about like, yeah, he bragging about it. Yeah, I get it. I admit it. You know, I take that like a woman out. He is ashamed to say that. You see? Okay? Proverbs 22:6.
This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Got it. All right? So you train that child in the way he should go. Okay? Train him up in the way of the Lord. Okay? That's how you're supposed to train that child up. Exactly. You see? Teach him the ways of Yahweh Shai. Okay? For us now, who have the little kids, that's what we ought to do. You know?
Scripture also speaks about I who other one of the line and man just to bring forth monster. He's a damn monster.
Man, that's it.
That kind of mentality.
Yeah, I have that and bring up the later. You know? The little monster is correct. He's a little freaking monster with a ring. You know?
Because Salaki, the guy is called a minion.
Okay? So, like I said, the wicked will continue to do wickedly. Okay, bring the peace of God.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 10. Read. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall be wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand.
God. Okay. Well, we know Esau Edom is the wicked. The 2/3 of our people are wicked as hell as well. Okay? And they don't understand why they're flicking doing wickedly. Because all they do is flicking wickedness. You see what the little child said?
Be proud of it.
Proud of it. He goes in, and the Lord tell you, man, that you're not the glory in your might. See, because he feels that weight in his hand, he know what that weight to do. And obviously, he used that weight before. You see? So, he feels that weight, that power to him. You see? So, he feels mighty, he feels macho. You see? Let's go back to the article. Okay.
Right. It says, I did it and admitted I got my mom's son last night. He then bragged about shooting Werner. I shot that bitch dead. That boy allegedly said. WTKR TV reported. It said, fortunately, Zwerna did not die, but she needed multiple surgeries to recover from the gunshot wound. Since the shooting, Zwerna had filed a $40 million lawsuit against the school system, accusing officials of gross negligence. The lawsuit alleges that multiple school officials were tipped off that the student who had significant behavior issues and past history of violence brought a gun to school the day of the shooting, but failed to intervene to prevent the shooting.
Yeah. All right. So, you see, the little brother said, man, he shot her. Okay. She didn't dare. Now she's suing. Right? Now, in the article, it goes on the she, where they're going back and forth with court and all that type of stuff. Okay. And they find out that she in a so-called good teacher or whatever.
See, and the thing is, nobody really, I think, was anticipating that we're seeing as an elementary school. Why would a child, bring that kind of weapon to school? You know what I mean? Why? Anybody searching no bikes? Because that's saying that's an elementary school. Young kids, like what they would do.
Right. All right. Go on.
Yeah, you It says the model of venue will be settled in October. The Associated Press reported. Meanwhile, the young boy's mother, Deja Taylor, will appear in court next week for a plea hearing. Initially, she was charged with 2 crimes: felony, child neglect, and misdemeanor for leaving a firearm where a child could access it and endanger themselves or others.
God, you see? So the mother will be in charge for misdemeanor. And what else? A felony or something like that?
Yeah, it says felony, child neglect.
Right, child neglect. Okay, that precept that you quoted earlier, it's a wrap. Okay, you can have to bring that out for the application.
Right.
Okay, so shows you that you have a lot of these mothers them today, these single mothers, they like to go clubbing, partying, and they like to leave their children right home by themselves. Okay, leave them in the front of the TV. So guess what? What do you think this child gonna do? He can put on adult TV. He can put on action movie with all type of killing. Okay, mother leave the gun on the table or wherever she leave it. What do you think he can do? If he sees someone on TV shooting, practicing, he can grab it up and he say, "Man, I can do this too." You see?
You react when you say on the TV.
Exactly.
Right. This is Sirach 30:8. On horse, not broken, becoming headstrong, and the child left himself.
You see?
Right.
He can do whatever he want to do. Because the mother ain't there.
Right.
Nobody is there.
Right. Now also you teach the child to have no accountability, like I can do whatever. You know what I mean?
God.
That's the God mindset that he's sharing the house.
Exactly. And see, dude, he's on this devil, he know that too, you know. And think about it, right? If the child home by himself, the child could put on a SpongeBob movie or because right now you have these cartoons now, they flipping gay as hell now. You see?
It's a lot here, right? If I can bring this quick one over. This is verse 11. It says, give him no liberty in his youth, and make none of his follies. So basically, don't give a child, a boy or girl, no liberty in their youth, because if you do that, all right, what you doing, you setting them up for also failure. All right, you allow them to do what they want to do, allow them to have their own way. All right, and then you make out their follies. That's a lot of these young parents nowadays mindset. Give them their liberty, and that's why we have all this problem. These young children at this age now, you know, problems.
And guess what? You making it easy, very easy for this devil now to tap into their minds and say, look, you can be there when you want to be.
That's it.
You see the problem with see what Leo dealing with now?
Exactly.
You see how the hell you could give your son rights to say he won't be whatever he won't be. Right? If you go be a dog now then. If you gonna be a dog now, you go be a dog now. You see? If you gonna be a cat, go be a cat. You know, one post, you got a 50-something-year-old man talking about him. He's a child. Right? You see what I'm saying? But a child can say, man, I am a dog. I 32. I 6, but I 32.
See, they just possible and it's true about women's rights, all sexual children, whose children is right?
You know? So this is a proud and flicking brother. Maybe this little devil proud and flicking heart. You know, little flicking monster. Okay? And that's Jake. Alright? They're probably 16 and 5 and 21 and 4.
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord.
God. So he's an abomination, not only that child, but everyone who's flipping proud and heart. Okay?
Go hand joining hand. He shall not be unpunished.
God. He shall not go unpunished. Okay, so the Lord's gonna deal with him. Okay? And the Lord's gonna deal with anybody who are going against him. Okay? 21 and 4.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 4, and it reads, And high love, and a proud heart, and the plowing of the wicked is sin.
Done. A high love and a proud heart. So that little flicking monster. He said, man, yeah, I did it. I admit it. I shoot that bitch. Dead. This what he said. You know? He probably the night before, he probably practicing how we kill him. You see? You know, she give me all kind of what talking about, right? My name 7 times this week, 7 times that week. You know, in school, it's like when they be a little rude, so you gotta write your name or write lines, yeah, write lines. You know? I need all that. My hand, you know?
It's the worst and large generation.
Yes.
Generation of vipers.
That's it. Or you know the article. You know the article. That's it.
Okay, back in the article, right?
God, that's a lot. We can show you in this article how this 6-year-old, how the school didn't know he's a rude little boy, that he's a monster. Okay, because they can say he had history. Oh.
It says, all right, it says, Taylor was later charged with possessing a firearm while being an unlawful user of a controlled substance and for making a false statement when purchasing a firearm. She pleaded guilty to those crimes in June, faces a maximum of 25 years in prison. That's the boy's mother, right?
Yeah. And this is a so-called black woman, 25 years. Right? Now, how much years you think what a so-called white woman will get? She ain't get. She probably go and flick community service or something like that. You see, if that was with an Edomite short Israelite teacher, and that Israelite teacher ain't dead, that mother is gonna get again community service. You see, and that's just what it is. And that is in the scriptures as well. Okay.
Right. It says, since the shooting, Zorna had filed a $40 million lawsuit against the school system, accusing officials of gross negligence. The lawsuit alleges that multiple school officials were tipped off that the students who had significant behavior issues and past history of violence brought a gun to the school the day of the shooting. Yeah, I read it before.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the paragraph. Yeah. Read that again.
It says, since the shooting, Zorna had filed a $40 million lawsuit against the school system, accusing officials of gross negligence. The lawsuit alleges that multiple school officials were tipped off that the student who had significant behavior issues and a past history of violence. 6-year-old. How could be a terror like that?
You know what I mean? That's a monster. A past history. 6-year-old. So he being terrorized from when he's 3.
Yeah. So maybe.
You see what I'm you know?
Girl, 6.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, bring that piece up so I can have this fire and feet.
That's
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 5, verse 8.
keep kicking it there.
That's it.
That's what that's the book.
That's it?
That's it. Sing it now. Okay.
There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall not be sent out again. And the wild beasts shall change their places, and the menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
bring forth monsters. Okay, and that's a real reflecting monster. You know?
That word menstruous.
Okay. Right. Okay. That shows you too, right? That when you grow up your children, as the scripture says, train up your child in the way he should go. Okay. The scripture also says, but like if thou beatest him, he shall surely not die. Right. See, so this is why you got to cut this like in it. You know? Right, you don't spare a rod. Right. All right. There are Proverbs 19 and 18 and 23.
This is book of Proverbs 19 and verse 18. Just chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul fear for his crying.
God said, chasten thy son while there's hope. Okay, because you ain't sure when the Lord will flip and kill him. Okay, because if you don't chase him now, he ain't gonna be no hope for him later. The way how he get it, okay, he have a flecking record already. Okay, so TRP.
And let not thy soul spare for his crying. Don't spare because he cries.
Exactly. Don't feel sorry. Oh, I might hit him too hard. You know? My wife always tell my daughter, but put that down before I chop you. You know? You gotta put a fear inside them. You know? So that they will know you're reflecting joking. Because guess what? When they get older, they'll shame you. Okay? You know, and you know the script is telling you but a woman that she would shame him. All right? Okay? That Proverbs 23 and 13 and 14.
This is Proverbs 23. 13. Withhold not correction from the child.
Oh, and not correction from the child. Okay, because if he done shit, see up here.
For if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die.
He shall not die. No matter how much time you see up his everything in bed, you only can cry. Okay, and don't hold no tears. Don't hold back when you cry. You see? Don't get soft.
Thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shalt deliver his soul from hell.
Exactly. Deliver his soul from flesh death. That's all I'm saying. If you tear his hip, okay, you saving him. That's all it is. But Christians will read that and say, oh, I can't kill myself.
Yeah, man, people.
That's the foundation.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's very 14.
Yeah,
That's
that's
strong natural mentality.
You see? Right. You know, because see the single woman, they can take their children. You see? They can take their children, but you know, they can just let them go run around and roam and say let them why they just boys and or they just girls. Okay, leave the child alone. Okay, he get back flicking blow by another flicking child or by a man, a pedophile. Okay. See, Jake ain't thinking about that. Okay? Jake ain't thinking about that. Alright? You won't go clubbing, you won't go partying, and married and getting drunk and all that. This is thing what happened. And see, Esau know that. This is why Esau bringing it now into the school system now. Because they know majority of these houses jack up and are raised by single parents, especially young women. You see? So therefore he can push this freaking image. Okay? Yeah, this is a good time to push this. You know? I need that out there. They have all alone. They can do whatever they want to. You know, you can imagine your son or your daughter come tell you, but they won't be no woman, or they won't be no girl, or they won't be no boy no more.
They won't be mine.
So much to tell. He is even pushing, you know, these messages in the cartoon.
Yeah, you know, subliminal messages. Right.
Yeah, quick precept about it. Right. This is Sirach 30:9. It says, "Conquer thy child, and he should make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to happiness." Conquer means you playing with him, he can make you afraid. All right, why do you think some of these children, when they get to a certain age, their parents can't beat them? They scared them.
Play with them all the way up.
Exactly. Play with them, and they can bring you to happiness. That's why a lot of these young at a young age, bringing these parents to happiness, like that right there. He bring his mother to happiness.
Yeah.
It says, "Laugh not with him, verse 10, lest thou have sorrow with him, unless thou gnash thy teeth in the end." That's what this woman doing as a result of that. She let this boy know where she got that gun. Where she got that gun, and now you see her as a result of that, she gets 25 down years.
Yeah.
Being an ass. For carelessness. Where's the father? Where's the father? Single move. This is the act of sin. All right. Verse 12, it says, "Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he's a child." We cut their ass. That's what the scripture saying, cut their ass. Lest he walk stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. As a result of that, you seeing these things happen. They bring his mother sorrow to heart because she had spent 25 years to life behind bars because he had carelessness. Rude ass child.
Yeah.
Being willful to himself.
King the Father of the womb.
Simple.
Okay.
That's it. God, this is another precept. This is Sirach 7 and 23. Hast thou children? Okay, meaning if you have children,
right,
instruct them,
right,
and bow down their neck from their youth.
Teach them.
Teach them.
Right.
Train them. Exactly. Okay, and then you go on and a little bit cock and not a child. Okay. We understand what dog licked him out or something like that. Okay.
They puppy like they puppies up like
Play
that.
with puppy licked him out.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't play with them.
That's it.
You see? He said, "Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body. Don't let your daughter come out looking any kind of house. You see? Because they're supposed to be a jewel. Especially if they're virgins.
Right.
And they're supposed to be representation of you. You see? Okay. As thou as daughters, have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful towards them. Don't play with them. You know what I mean? Cover yourself. Okay? Alright? Yeah, man. We have a lot of single women. Okay? A lot of single women in the house of Israel. Okay? Not single women.
Single parent.
Single parent. Okay? Which is you women. You know? Raising the children by themselves. Okay? And doing what they think is right in their own eyes. Okay? And Pastor, and they get up to the churches too. And Pastor Paul Trump, you know, he want to get a piece of that too.
Yeah. They're looking to basketball for answers. And you know how
Sunday, in the choir and things. That's it. You know, it happens Monday and Pastor Park Club there. They got good congregation.
Yeah.
Bunch of women and things, you know. And all the money, man, it's always to be fun.
Exactly. See, so when Pastor Paul Trump, you see a young fine looking woman coming there, and he knows she's a single mother, you know, and these women, they don't cover. Okay, she put on something tight, suck it to me, and she inside there, and Pastor still underneath it, but the Lord has been good there today. Because you know, when after church, you know what you there for.
Pastor Park Club, and then get on the phone. Yeah. He didn't get his phone red.
Yeah.
He got rid of get behind that one.
You know what I mean?
How you like the message? You gotta come back again. I want to see it. And look at the one side. Yeah, the Lord bless you. I can pray the Lord bless you.
all of a sudden now we want children, we know that's it.
Yeah. All right, and so yeah, man. Okay, take heed, Israel. Okay, the Lord has spoken. All right. Okay, the prophets, we the true prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the messengers. We will prophesy until the end. Okay, we giving you the message that the Lord give us. Okay, we ain't coming to this thing of ourselves. We could have been anywhere right now doing anything. Okay, but we here to feed the elect, to build up the elect, and to reach you who may be the true state of mind, who may be a part of the elect. Okay, to repent. So to cause you to repent, change your nasty evil ways and come out to Yahweh Shai, serve him in spirit and in truth. Okay, don't mind what your sister say, your brother say, or your parents say. Okay, because guess what? In that day, if you give them up, okay, if you say, if you as the scriptures say, okay, who forsaken mother or father, brother or sister, and your uncle and all that for him, okay, you will do what? You see it double. Okay, 100-fold to love. All right. So don't mind what they say. Ain't no shame in this thing. No shame. All right. You just gotta go through it. You just gotta suffer, and that's how you can get the kingdom, by suffering for the Lord. Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples. Okay, we must through much tribulation enter the kingdom. You see. Don't mind Pastor Paul kept saying, look, yeah, all I needed, all I got, it was called on Jesus, and I'll be there. Yeah. Let's see how that way goes. Okay. So with that, okay, the Lord been spoken. All right. So with that, we give all praise to you. Shalom, Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.